Reporting on the games you love by people who love to game. The MMO Reporter Network.
MMO Reporter's PAX Prime coverage is brought to you by Dragon Fantasy, The Black Tome of Ice, a 16-bit styled JRPG coming soon on Steam, iOS, Android, 3DS, and Wii U. Hey everybody, we're here at the Sword Coast Legends demo station, and we are going to get to try it out in just a second. I'm so excited to jump in there. We've already, last night over dinner, we were talking about what classes we were going to play. I'm going to play the Warrior, Bill is going to play a Rogue, Isani is going to play a Cleric, and Matt's going to play a Wizard. We're set, we're going to go in there, we're going to tear stuff up. We're going to have Tim Scwalk, he's the design director, he's going to be DMing for us. This is going to be a lot of fun, so check out the video here.
All right, so right now Tim is on the DM screen, and he can choose from a variety of different wisps. Right now we have the default wisp, and we can actually go ahead and remove the wisp if we want to. So we had a lot of community requests to go ahead and remove that wisp, so he can be completely invisible to players if he wants to be. Here we are waiting for the players to join in. So we have the MMO Reporter team choosing their classes. We have 12 different classes playable here at PAX. 12 different characters of 6 different classes, so we have 2 of each class. And they're spec'd very differently, so we can have 2 different wizards that'll play in very different ways. So it looks like they're loading up. They're still choosing. There you go, so Wizard, Fighter, Rogue, and Cleric. That is a good balanced team. So this is actually one of our load screens. You as a Dungeon Master can actually write the text for these load screens to add a little bit of exposition. So you can actually go in and create a little bit of a story as the players load in to maybe say, the players arrive in the Whispering Caverns to search for so-and-so. You can really do whatever you want with this. That glowy thing that you're seeing right now is Tim's cursor. If you looked over on the player screen, you'd actually see the wisp, but the DM cursor actually does provide light for players, and that's to help guide them and to also, in some instances, push them in the right direction. So right now Tim's actually adding a lock to this door to slow up the players a little bit. It's always a good thing to do when you're actually trying to work ahead of your team. Now, Tim could have set up everything in this dungeon ahead of time. Now, we did do some things. What he's doing there with the Dungeon Master die is actually manipulating the default encounter, so he can actually go through and move those pewters around and do whatever he needs to do for this particular encounter. So, looks like he's making a medium difficulty encounter. Ooh, he's closing that door up and making it secret. So, players will actually have to use their active search ability in order to find that secret door. I don't think there's anything good on the other side of the secret door, so I don't know why they'd want to find it. But so right now, Tim's is very quickly going and manipulating the default encounters. And the players, it looks like they are about to go through his door. So it looks like he has a little bit of a spider ambush. Now, Tim can control all of these creatures. He can do it RTS style, where he basically just directs them towards particular targets, or he could actually leap into the individual creatures and control their ability sets. So all of our creatures have controllable ability sets. Now, right there in the doorway, you'll see this big glowing thing, and that glowing thing is actually DM loot. And that's actually just to help the DM have a little bit more fun and actually help boost some of his offensive abilities if he wants to use them. So he got a minor bless flask. If he were to use that, that means that the next creature that he spawns in, the Drow Soldier, is going to come in blessed. So there you go. So now he has creatures with buffs that are adding the fray. And, oh boy. Oh yeah, so Tim reminds me to talk about threat. So on the top right, you guys will see his threat meter. And this is an active way of monitoring the player's progress. So as the players do well, Tim's threat will actually increase, which actually gives him the ability to drop more traps and do more things. If the players are dying, that means that the DM is actually not doing the best job. He's supposed to keep players on the edge of death the entire time. Oh, there we go. So he just took out their fighter with an amazing trap there, which is our brand new arrow trap that we're showing off for the first time here at PAX. So some of our traps are incredibly deadly now, which is a lot of fun. So you can see, he's going to go ahead and create a new character. Let's see what we have. He's going to make a monster. So you as a DM have access to all the monsters that you want. So we're going to go ahead and create something on the fly, and looks like he's making a ghoul. You can modify the ghoul's appearance. You can hit randomize if you want to make a crazy WWE wrestler ghoul. You can create a level offset. So now he's creating a sort of a fodder ghoul because he's putting the level offset 3 levels lower than the player average, which means that once he drops the ghoul in, it'll be easier to kill, but it won't cost as much threat for him. Oh, but he's also making it have Cone of Cold, which is going to be extra deadly. You should at least make him like white or blue if you have him have Cone of Cold, and call him like a Frost Ghoul. Come on, man. Oh, whoa. All right, so we'll call him. What do you want to call him? Frost Ghoul? All right. Very nice. Okay, so he is a Frost Ghoul. All right. He's an MMO Reporter fan. And we're going to go ahead and... oh, he has some more DM loot. Enchant Weapon, which is extra deadly. So now, what Tim can do, since he has these guys costing such little threat, he can actually go ahead and drop them into the scene, and they'll go ahead and attack and do their thing. Oh, paralyzed. Oh, freezing the entire team. Yeah. Pretty deadly. Now, Tim looks like he's going to dress up a treasure room here. You actually have access to hundreds of different placeable objects that you can control in real time as the players are playing through dungeon, or if you wanted to do all of this ahead of time, you could. So Tim is going to do perhaps his signature move, and he's going to create something known as the spider tent. See if he can get this done before the players actually arrive. And, oh, here we go. So what Tim likes to do is he creates this nice tent, and he says, oh, cheat some threat, man. Yeah. Okay, so he's going to put some spider eggs in that tent, and so players are going to walk up to that tent. As soon as they see that tent, there's going to be treasure inside. All right. All right, Tim can also go ahead and drop lighting sources, such as torches. Looks like this team is doing incredibly well, actually, against Tim. So they're working together. Right now, this is a custom mini-boss that Tim created ahead of time. So this is actually an elite Dragoloth. And that Dragoloth hits for a lot of damage. So the fighter is likely going to have to engage. All right, so Tim looks like he's... looks like they found your dirty trap. Ooh, they're hanging in there, but they are low on health. And now what Tim just did is actually demoted. Oh, no, they got him. So Tim demoted that creature to make it a little bit more manageable in the middle of the fight. So if players are doing poorly, and if they would have wiped, and Tim doesn't want them to wipe, what he can do is actually remove some of the difficulty level of some of the monsters that he's placing. So. It looks like Tim might be luring them toward the hidden door. He's adding a couple blood streaks here to... It looks like bloody footprints that are leading to a cave door.
Oh, hey. Guys, look up here. There's blood streaks. Let's go this way.
Looks like they discovered Tim's blood streaks. That means the good things are inside.
Juicy things.
Yeah. Oh, look. Oh, here's the tent. There's got to be treasure inside that tent.
Oh, God.
Oh.
My spider eggs.
Oh, spiders are flowing out of the tent. Looks like it did drop some DM loot for Tim, so one of the fun things you get to pick up is DM loot. So you have Major Flask of Blessing and Enchant Weapon Fire. So if Tim really wanted to, what he could do is he could use a bunch of those flasks up to buff his enemies or buff his mobs as he places them, and then he can actually go in and really wreak some havoc. But it looks like he's playing fair, and he's kind of taking it easy on him. They are doing quite well. So one of the great One of the great things you can do as a dungeon master is actually create your own ambushes, so you don't need an ambush trigger to actually trigger your own ambush. So you can spawn enemies outside of a room, you can walk them inside of a room as the players are, taking their time looting some chests, and then all of a sudden they have a whole new situation to contend with. So there they go. Zombies are a lot of fun to fight against because they move incredibly slowly, but then they end up usually surrounding a single character in a very dramatic death scenario. So it's really fun to watch. Now Tim's actually using some of the placeable objects that you can use as a DM to decorate the room a little bit more, and you can see how quick and easy it is to use. He's essentially painting this stairway here with spider webs. And that's kind of probably a little bit of foreshadowing about what is about to happen. Oh, and look, Tim's signature move, spider eggs. No one listen to what I'm saying. There we go. So he placed so many spider eggs that he can't place any more spider eggs for now. All right. This team's actually... Boom. All right. So it looks like their fighter is on fire. Oh, and it looks like their wizard is on fire. Let's hope those eggs don't hatch while the team is... Oh, the eggs are hatching while the team is in trouble, and he's got some of his zombies coming here too. This looks to be a very poor situation. They're using some good AOE here. This is good. This is really good.
Fireball required. I'm working on it. I have ice.
Yeah.
Oh, I am so dead. You guys are handling this.
They're doing quite well. They're doing quite well. Now, Tim wanted to, if he wanted to, since they're actually doing quite well. But he can go ahead and move that enemy back in stealth. He could actually move that enemy into the fray and try and ambush them while they're fighting. But it looks like the team's hanging in there. They're low health, but they're working together, which is pretty neat. Oh, okay, so Tim went ahead and made a phase spider into a vendor, which is something you can do as a DM. You can make it friendly. You can make that phase spider go fight that drow for you. As a DM, you can really do anything you want, which is pretty fun. So if he wants that vendor to go up and talk to them, you can go and terrify them with a friendly phase spider vendor.
I know it's just a demo, but I'm still clicking on everything and picking up all the gold. Me too. The take all button is one of the favorite in the game.
Yeah, it's really nice. Oh, boy. Now Tim's really going to mess up the scenario here. He's going to add some black pudding. Delicious black pudding. Yeah. Oh no, not the pudding is the quote of the day right now. Yeah. So Tim can figure out what he wants to do here. So he's going to go ahead and put some black pudding, which actually they're quite expensive to place, but they do provide quite a challenge. They're very similar to the signature Dungeons and Dragons black pudding, so they will split and multiply and try and engulf the party, which is really fun. And he's going to go ahead and place some decoration here. What you're looking at right now, the big red bar is actually an ambush trigger, so they're not going to see that pewter as they walk in. They're going to see the black pudding. They won't see the pewter. They won't see the ambush trigger. When they step on that ambush trigger, that giant spider is going to come down from the ceiling.
Thanks for the tip.
Let him have it.
Whoa. Oh, saved. Saved against... Here comes the pudding.
I'll be immune to everything I can do, so I'm just going to be back
Wait till the pudding drops about 100 puddinglets.
Oh, like it just did?
Yeah. It's pudding pops.
Here comes the pudding multiplication.
Delicious, though. Oh, dear.
immune to lightning, immune to
Really
slashing,
good.
immune to piercing.
Yeah, fire is good.
Oh, you're just cruel.
Oh, I'm dead. Uh-oh.
You're cruel.
Oh, wait, no. That's not good work.
Sometimes
That's the friendly vendor spider. Don't worry.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Ash actually built all these characters. Hi, skeleton.
Oh, nice. They're tearing through those skeletons. That's great. They're doing very well against the puddings. Although Zeril the wizard is at low health.
I don't want to talk about it.
You don't hear that often when somebody said they're doing very
Oh.
well.
Oh, you're dead. Cleric's down. Cleric's down.
Someone stabilize the cleric.
Cleric is off.
Where is the cleric?
There you go. That's the one.
She's back.
All right, looks like they have defeated the Puddings. They did very well. I feel like these guys have played together before. I get that vibe. All right. Now let's see where they're going to go and do next. See, we know what's going to happen. They don't know what's going to happen. Just treasure is going to be showered from the heavens. Oh, that's not treasure. Now, if Tim really wanted to, which he already did, he actually can directly control this boss, and he can directly control any of the monsters. But if you can look down at the bottom of the bar, you can see you have access to all of this characters and all of his monsters' abilities. So Tim can really choose to harass particular players if he wants to. If he sees a wizard hanging back, he can go ahead and directly go after that wizard, pull him in, devour. You have access to a whole lot of abilities. Yeah, there we go. Can let her do her thing. All right, so he's going to go ahead and release control, let the spider do its thing. So this way he can go ahead and focus on. Oh boy, you're a terrible person for doing this to them. No, they're good. Oh, it looks like they're.
Who's leaving?
They're.
I'm still in here.
Uh-oh. Looks like now you guys are in a bad place.
No, I'm out. I'm good. Just close the door. We're good.
I'm still in there.
You know what? It doesn't matter.
And of course,
I'm trying.
do you realize your ghouls are healing? They're healing the spider. All right. They're doing pretty well. So here Tim is actually using a cone ability that the spider has. This is, I believe, poison spit. Which if he can get a little bit closer, he'll be able to hit all of them with it. And oh, venom spray! There we go. Oh boy. Why don't you go ahead and use the scorpion get over here on them? What do you? Oh, there we go. So we have a random drow with a heart of gold showed up. So as you can see, Tim still has a little bit of threat left, and he has a bunch of flasks, he has a bunch of placeable things that he can use that he picked up as DM loot. If he really wanted to, he could probably wipe the party, but that's not what it's all about. It's more about providing a fun adventure for players that they'll remember when they're done running through your dungeon. So, hopefully they remember getting chased by the frost ghouls. And yeah, he went ahead and changed the actual lighting and atmosphere of this particular map. So you can do that in real time. You change it to burning crimson, which is nice and red. Adds a little bit of drama. And of course he's gonna go ahead and add some treasure to the end to reward the players. Now right now treasure is randomized, so they could get something great, they could get something terrible. He could trap those treasure chests. He could fill those treasure chests with exploding arrow traps. Oh, yeah.
Come again another day.
There we go. Yeah, look at all those delicious spiders. They did. Oh, they picking the traps. Had some wizard gear in it apparently. That team, they did quite well. Oh, they have some. He has some. Yeah, I want to let them have some fun. You thought it was over. Yeah. Yeah, DM loot doesn't use threat, so if you pick stuff up, you can basically drop it whenever you'd like.
PAX Day 3,
Wait, come back for day 4 for even worse.
Scandinavian customers.
Yes, exactly. We could be in that territory. We could do a special item.
Yeah, we could.
Nice. They are tearing through your drow.
They are a seasoned adventuring party.
Except for Zeril, just intoxicated. Everyone have a stinking cloud. Oh, Flying foe. Looks like they have achieved their goal. Unless there's traps in that doorway. There might be traps in that doorway. Yeah, very good. Congratulations.
Played D&D before. Once or twice. It's fun when D&D vets come in and play the game and they immediately know how the party's supposed to work together.
Yeah, we may have discussed class composition yesterday over dinner. Okay, so who's gonna go DPS? Who's gonna tank? Who's gonna heal?
Awesome. It worked out very well.
Thanks for watching the video, everybody. Don't forget to check out all the other podcasts at MMOReporter.com or by clicking on any of the links here. And please check out our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MMOReporter. Thanks, everyone, and see you in game.